This is your daily reminder to drink water and think about the power of storytelling. I will try to make this video short, and I've been trying to record it 3 times already, and I actually don't exactly know what I'm trying to say, but I will say it anyway because I think it's relevant. Water first. Storytelling is the thing that we don't talk about enough. And I think we don't talk about it enough because it's so overly present, we don't even think about it anymore. But storytelling is what politicians are telling us. It is what strategy and marketing is about. And it is also about the reason why we tell ourselves stories that enable or disenable us to do certain things in life. Storytelling is how we justify things that are literally coming to us, the thing that we give away, and it is whatever we tell ourselves to sleep at night about whatever happened throughout the day. Because it seems to be so overly present and perhaps almost like a primitive gesture, a survivalist gesture, right? It's like sleeping and eating, perhaps. We don't talk about it enough. And I think that's scary to me, actually, because storytelling is such a strong tool for decision making, manipulation, change, and also self-soothing. And as a writer and a storyteller, I pay very particular attention to the stories that I hear and to the stories that I'm trying to write. And also the story I tell myself in general, right? And I'm always really trying to have a certain thought on what is this story telling me about this person, about the situation, or about myself. And I know a lot of people would argue that there is no such thing as analyzing storytelling or viewpoints in the post-truth era, but I think this is just some kind of like doom-like mentality. I mean, the people who say that are either manipulators or either they have never been tricked by a good story, because if they were, or if they had been tricked, or they had been fooled, they would know that if one can say that the facts around life are false, there is very real implications of everyday life events, and there's very real feelings that come with being deceived or manipulated or used. I believe that one important thing that we should consider in that conversation is how storytelling is a tool, but there is life. There is a life agenda. There's the events that come at us. There's the events that come to us. There's a concrete reality that happens right before our eyes. What we make out of that is storytelling, and this is where we have to be critical and careful. But there is a concrete thing about life which is called reality. And I know some people will disagree here with me. But I think that turning those events and those concrete matter in ways that only serves best certain discourses is inhuman to me. And this is where I feel like storytelling needs to be studied, reassessed. And I do not have those tools. I do not have this knowledge. I think it's a study of rhetorics, it's a study of politics, it's a study of literature and cinema, whatever you want to call it. Storytelling is soft power. Storytelling is propaganda, and that also applies to our own everyday life. And I do not mean to make a revolution about storytelling. I just wanted to come here today to remind you to drink water and to think about storytelling. When you watch a movie, think about what that story was made for, what it taught you about, and what kind of worldview it exists in. When you choose to gossip about someone or about a situation, think about what it is in that formulation that makes you feel better about yourself. Just think about it. It's not a judgment. It's not about assessing critically everything. It's just about acknowledging this tool acknowledging this formula that we always use on a daily basis, so much so that we don't even think about it. And I think that raising awareness around the power of storytelling is just, well, it's dangerous, right? Because put good storytelling in the mouth of a dictator and we know what's happening, okay? It doesn't even have to be good storytelling, but put the right tools of storytelling in the mouth of people with terrible agendas. But this is exactly why we need to think more about storytelling, because we need people in general to be aware of the tricks. I said tricks 2 times. Anyway, of the treats and tricks that come with it. Because then not only people can be more assertive and critical, but also more people can use those tools and those form of soft power for, I would say here, greater goods. What is greater goods? You tell me. Drinking water is for the greater good. Drinking water in glass bottles is for the greater good. So yeah, just me rambling again about something that just popped up in my mind, but think about storytelling. Just think about it. Observe it. Appreciate it. Notice how people tell their own life story. Notice what is the narrative that they bring on. Saying I have nothing to say is also a story. Saying too much is also a story. Just think about it. And drink water.